A nuclear bomb is undoubtedly a weapon of mass destruction, even in the Skibidi toilet fandom, seeing as it's been used not just once but twice to cause havoc in the entire show. But what if every overpowered Titan was up against this nuclear bomb? And I'm not talking about the time nuke, because that would be catastrophic. We're going with an average nuclear bomb here. Basically, something similar to G-Man's core blast. And get ready, because the methods some of these Titans would have to use to survive would be completely insane. I mean, is the Tri-Titan strong enough to withstand 100 kilotons of TNT, or would it totally destroy him? What about characters like the Sinister, or the G-Man Apocalypse himself? Well, you might want to stick around till the end to find out. Keep in mind that the characters here only have two options: tank the nuke or destroy it, so running away isn't an option. And with that being said, let's get right to it. We're starting right off the bat with a monster, the Toilet Emperor. Not only has this guy been a massive threat from the start, but his size alone would be enough to intimidate anyone in sight. He's arguably the second most durable in the Skibidi Wars universe, only leaving the #1 spot for our Gravity King. In the recent episode, he even made our Battle Armor Titan's continuous attacks look like candy. So you might just think he'll be able to pull this off, but hey, it's gonna take a lot more than just durability if anyone wants to get past this doomsday weapon. I mean, seriously, that thing completely wiped out 4 multiverse Titans within seconds. So yeah, the Toilet Emperor is durable, that's facts, but not durable enough to survive this. He could try utilizing his claws and concentrated energy blast to maybe match the explosion, but it just wouldn't be enough. Because of this, the Emperor comes out with a 30% survival chance here. Moving on, we've got the Counter Titan. Yeah, bro used to be a menace in the previous episodes, but right now you might think he doesn't stand a chance. However, with his abilities and outstanding durability, you'll be shocked to see what he can really do in this situation. But let's back up a little bit, because a nuke has been launched, and the counter has like 5 seconds to react. He could try using the Camera Titan shield, but he didn't get a chance to copy that one. Among his entire arsenal and overall stats, the only thing that can help him here is the counter's balls. Okay, seriously, if you look closely, and I'm not talking about the C-Pen version here. No, the new body of the Counter Titan gives him a broken ability which I like to call intangibility. This could make him walk right past any heavy attacks and not feel a thing. You see where I'm going with this, right? The same could happen with the nuke blast. The counter has better chances than the other guy thanks to this stuff. However, things get a little more interesting as the Time God Clock Titan walks in. Although he might not be as durable as the guys before, his time abilities more than make up for it. He was able to revive 4 Titans with his sheer time powers alone, defeat the counter, amp himself up to multiple levels, and if all that wasn't impressive, he took on the Sinister and used another broken ability, the Infinite Boost. However, for this scenario, he won't be needing much of that. All the Clock Titan has to do is stop time, freeze the nuke, and use the time dome to contain the blast. Pretty easy, right? But even if the explosion manages to slip through, he could still restore himself with his time powers, making it look like nothing even happened. Yeah, clocks are just built different. I'm giving this monster a 60% chance here. The Zombie TV is up next, and he's the one representing the zombie-verse, so he better not mess this up. We've seen this guy duplicate himself to increase his chances. He even has a very unique type of durability, because bro always gets back on his feet no matter how much damage he takes. You might think teleporting would be useful, but come on, that wouldn't be fun for anyone. Because like I said, the Titans here have to either stop the blast or tank it, both which I'm not so sure this TV could pull off. So despite his crazy durability and regeneration, this weapon of mass destruction would completely flatten everything, and there'd be nothing left of the zombie TV in sight. Damn, so far everyone's having a hard time dealing with this threat. But how about we make things more interesting and bring in someone who's a master at his craft, the embodiment of destruction himself, G-Man. First off, I want to point out that Jimmy has a nuke of his own. And what happens when you try to nuke a walking bomb? Well, things always go south. The extent of Jimmy's durability is still unknown, but the weapons of our Titans couldn't even leave a scratch. This guy really has it all. Some little minions to his dirty work. Durability that's just insane. Not to mention the real guy even stays inside. But to put the icing on the cake, he's got his own nuke core blast. So obviously, he'd be fighting fire with fire. This would only make the blast radius much bigger, but Jimmy would be at a safe distance. Think of it as an intercepting missile, so our guy wouldn't even feel any impact. Jimmy walks out with an 80% chance. But let's keep matching that energy and bring in one of our best guys, the Tri-Titan. You see, this guy is just built different, as this wouldn't be his first rodeo. He was able to survive the Allied orbital cannon, another weapon with almost equal attack potency. But this is just crazy when you consider he didn't even do this in his highest form. The Tri-Titan just happens to be the best man for the job, as he's got countless showings to back that up, with a durability so crazy he almost broke my scale. And don't even get me started with his attack potency and size. If the nuke were to detonate at point-blank range, my boy is still walking out in one piece, only receiving a few damages. But the amount of ways the Tri-Titan could easily turn the tables is just insane. And I've got the perfect one. He goes with what he does best, which is speed blitzing. With that insane speed, he's just gonna ram into the nuke itself, destroying everything in sight. But he'd be heavily damaged in the process. But hey, that's actually crazy, cause bro happens to be the only one who took this doomsday weapon head on. So I'm giving him a solid 70% chance. Okay, now let's talk about the big guy in the room, Sinister. Bro is considered a massive threat to the entire multiverse itself. So what's a nuclear bomb gonna do to him? Well, let's find out. You see, Sinister is much better than the Clock Titan. It's pretty obvious. So this would definitely be a breeze for him. His durability is also on a different level, and with his illusions, the attack could just miss the target. He has the Astral Sword, which could cut through anything. Seriously, the advantage Sinister has in this scenario is just crazy. I mean, really, what's a city-level threat to a god? Sinister has a 100% chance of surviving this. So, tell me in the comments, which other Titan do you think can survive a nuclear bomb? But in the meantime, check out this video to see the biggest weaknesses of the Skibidi Wars Titans.